excellent connection going live. How's it going, Warlords? The DarkBriton is back with some lines. We've got Cool Kid, we've got Sagreen. Some people are going to be jumping in throughout the stream. It's going to be so much fun because we're talking about theories. For those who may have been living under a rock, we are on week one of 5 weeks without One Piece. 4 weeks for you scanners. I'm watching you. But there's a lot of things to discuss, a lot of craziness happening in the community. Before we jumped on, we were talking about high points and low points of the anime and manga. And with that, Cool Kid had a spicy take. Go ahead and let us in on that take, Cool Kid.
Okay. I'll let you know with my spicy take. I do genuinely think this. Dressrosa in the anime is probably one of the lowest point in the anime. But I think it's, one up there to be the highest points in the manga. At least to my thinking.
Interesting. And when did you start reading One Piece? Or when did you get into One Piece?
Let me think. I got into One Piece around roughly the same time I got into Naruto, so it was sometime shortly after Bleach. So I would say around the sometime in 2011 or 2012. I don't remember the dates exactly.
So Grand Line Review did a poll of 217,000 votes of his community. 7% joined from 97 to 2004, the crew. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about starting One Piece, period. Manga, anime, period. I'm part of the 13% that were 2005 to 2010. Okay. You both, and I'm guessing, Sagreen, you started before 16, correct?
Yep, I think I started One Piece around 13 or 14. 13 or 14.
Y'all are both a part of the last generation of One Piece fans who really dominated the discussion. And the next point proves it, because at 55%, 2017 to 2022, 55% of the active One Piece, and this is a small sample, but he literally has the largest One Piece platform, period. So it's fair to say this is the most accurate representation of the community as it is right now. Which goes to show all of the, this arc took too long, this arc drug out. You two are very much part of a generation that came up when, I think, Ace had already died in syndication for both anime and manga. Mm-hmm. So you're binging through. The first real hard arc you hit is Dressrosa. That's the same with Drew. Drew started in 2011 with One Piece. So he has a similar aspect on Dressrosa, and both of you guys as well, to I have with Arabasta. Arabasta for me drug, and going back and rewatching it, it's not that long, but when you first start in your era of One Piece, that first long arc is going to hit hard. And so that's why it's very interesting going into our theories moving forward. I completely agree with this notion that this current generation that started One Piece, binged all the way through 2017. Wano started in 18. Their entire One Piece tenure, Wano has been going on. So that is like the epitome of this is dragging in line. Right? And that makes sense. Mm-hmm. 3 years from now,
I have a more nuanced case in my own.
Go ahead.
Okay. I started around.
Let him start.
Around 13, 14, right? But then, almost every time I'm watching One Piece, I was binging it. I started following it arc to arc towards Whole Cake Island, like week to week, because during Dressrosa I was in high school and I was in a boarding school, so I would just watch a couple of it on my teacher's iPad. But then when I finished, I came back and I was binging all the missing gaps that I didn't watch. So I binged everything there. When I reached Whole Cake Island, that was when I really started following it week to week. So Dressrosa didn't really drag for me.
That's what I'm saying. That's the entire point. You got to binge all the way through. So it wasn't. So that's where, and again, that nuance comes into play of it may not have dragged for you in this instant, but it wasn't this. You had we were able to binge through. You didn't hit it when it was week to week kind of thing. So you didn't have to do that whole binge. Just like people who may be waiting for Wano to end and can now binge. It's like, oh, Wano's not that bad. That's what, it's funny because, for instance, a lot of the reactors who are reacting now are part of this 2017 to 2022 class. They're looking at Dressrosa, who everyone says drags, and they're like, oh, I binged it. It wasn't that bad for me. Whereas a part of the conversation for the majority of 2011 to this class of 2016, it drug because it was a week to week. Just like for me before, it was Arabasta. So my first theory off the bat is 3 years from now, Wano is still going to drag. It's still going to, because it's the longest one. But I guarantee you that this current community that's starting in 2022 in One Piece, by 2025, oh, Elbath is taking too long. Oh my goodness. It's 30 chapters and this is so bad. Oh, I was able to binge Wano in 2 weeks. Now I'm at Elbath and it's taking too long. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it. In 2 to 3 years, that's going to be the call.
I mean, look. Okay. I genuinely do think that freaking Elbath and any other arc that's going to be coming out are going to be shorter arcs. They're not even going to be anywhere near close to Dressrosa or any of the other big arcs that we're going to get. So I just don't see that happening.
I think one is going to be the longest arc in the whole series.
Yeah, I think so. I absolutely think so, because
my only counterpoint is when we were 15 chapters into Wano was I remember 940s and 930s, like everyone was just complaining because Wano was taking too long, and we were only in the first. People are going after Moors specifically. The hate on Moors is insane right now because of how he was talking about Wano in that aspect of, oh, it's so paced, it's dragging on. Early Wano, and that's why people are like, Moors did this to an entire generation of One Piece fans. Like, that was the conversation when I first came in, especially manga only. It was Wano was so slow, it's so badly paced, and this is like 9:30. Like, it doesn't matter how long or if Elbath is going to be a 30 chapter arc. Once you stop the binge and once you are week to week, that arc is going to drag like none other.
Yeah. And I said this statement before, and it is that One Piece is not designed for week to week. It is designed to be read in bulk, or however you like.
It's a binge.
Yeah, it's definitely designed for that. So that's why with especially with these longer arcs, it just feels like it's going so slow. But when you read it together, because I've heard people about now been saying like, oh, Wano is so bad, but I think it's personally just from people being so goddamn tired of being in the same place for like 3 years.
4.
Manga
started in 18. It's 4. Manga started in 18.
Okay, yeah. We've been in this arc for 4 years, so obviously people are going to be tired, but once they move on to the next arc and reread it, just like with Dressrosa, people are going to love it.
Well, when I first came into the community, Whole Cake Island was the new hate because it was so long.
Yeah.
That was the big one. It was bigger than Dressrosa.
I actually
anime dragged for me.
I can actually tell you the exact reason why for Whole Cake Island. So at the time, I think one of the editors or something was hyping up like, oh yeah, don't worry, Wano's coming soon. And because of that, everyone was like, oh man, why can't we just get to Wano?
Well, that you can make an easy case for that for any point in the community. My example of that would be, we can't wait to get to Fishman Island, but we have. Oh God, this is so disgusting to say. But we have to go save Ace. When are we gonna find out about Ace? Like that is for me. That was like a very similar place in history of like waiting and just jumping in though.
But I think they're using like people complain about it dragging because there's this anticipation of the next arc, like
It's always
being
been
the,
like that,
the center of the story. For example, everyone was anticipating we're going to Wano since we left Fishman Island. Since we left Fishman Island, we were like, okay, Kaido is the next main villain that Luffy's gonna need to defeat. So there's this anticipation that's been building up, and then each arc that comes before that it drags, and then everyone will be like, let's just get to Wano. But now we don't even know where we're heading to.
Yeah. So now where we're heading to, everyone's gonna be like, oh, I can't wait to go see Eam. Oh, we're here in Elbath. Oh, yeah. Shanks is. We're gonna go see Shanks in the next arc. Oh, that we've been here for. I mean, let's be honest. We're a very spot on society. If we have an arc that goes from January to August, everyone and their mom is going to be like, "Oh man, we're still here. I can't wait to see Shanks."
Well, here's the thing that some of these people need to learn. I think the true essence of the One Piece story is the journey, not the destination.
Fair
so
point.
maybe just be like the One Piece story and, think about the journey. Because I also do think this might be controversial. Even if the ending sucks, if the journey is great, I'll still love it.
So I guess this is going to take us into our next rant.
I just took us to a first and a second.
Right? Yeah, so there are a lot of things that we were going to touch on, but that was a good initial just theory, speculating, understanding where the community has come from, where we're at, where we're looking to go. Because I think we're on a similar alignment that everyone's excited, but after a few weeks it's just going to be, all right, what's going to be next? There is that feeling of excitement of what's going to happen next. As far as what is going to happen in Wano, Cool Kid, I know you're making a video on your theories for Wano. Did you want to kick us off, or is that something you want to keep hush-hush for your videos? Or at least on some ideas.
I'm fine with discussing, fine with it. Obviously, some of my theories might change within the next couple of weeks when I think about stuff more. So, what should I start off with?
Well,
talk about?
there's one, what Momo's going to be doing next, because not really sure. He's definitely staying. Like there was the theory that Momo was joining the crew. He's definitely staying. I mean, there's still I still keep hope open for Carrot. I'm not like devastated because Yamato is 1,000 times better. Oh my god. I'm just really coming to a realization Yamato fought Ace on par with a nerf. Like I'm just now coming to that realization. I love Yamato. She made it into the top 10 for waifus. That list is gonna be so much fun. And listen.
Oh boy.
Shameless plug, we will be streaming our top 5 waifus on January 10th. Top 25.
Yeah. Our 25 waifus. I'm totally not going to spend the next week doing research.
I've already spent the last week doing it. I already have my list. All right, yeah.
Because I still can't list 25.
Oh, piss off! You put St. Charles on your best One Piece characters. Piss off. Use an honorable mention. Yeah, you could put if you could put those guys on here, you could think of 25 waifus in the series.
Okay, I'm gonna think of them.
Yes, but back on the discussion. As far as next steps, where we're thinking, Momo staying, Hiyori is trying to be Zoro's waifu. I think that I after the story, I do think Zoro's going to end up in Wano, just because best place for a wanderings Ronin to just chill and drink. It's going to be beautiful then. They both have green hair. Speculations. No, I'm joking. But they do both have green hair, so just throwing that out there. Any thoughts on what's going to happen next in Wano?
At least because, I don't know. Because right now it's a little bit hard to see where everything's going. Because I do think genuinely, because everything has kind of just been laid out for us before Wano, so we have, a much better guess to see where the story's going. But with us literally entering a new age with almost a lot of unknowns not known in the story, we don't know exactly where to go next.
Fair. True. Very, very true. So, let's see here. Trying to... As far as Wano, what we're set up, Green Bull is walking towards the capital. It's one of those unsung things that I never really noticed. But Green Bull is, while so vicious and terrifying, one of the most beautiful characters in regards to what he's doing for the world around him. If it's literally he's murdering people, and then as every step he takes, he unwillingly creates like luscious greenery, like that is probably one of the coolest dichotomies that Oda's created, personally. Because you have a Sakizuki murderer machine who is bringing life, who's taking life and bringing life everywhere he goes. Like it's
another like Sakazuki that just takes life
and burns everything in his wake. He literally burns everything down.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and so monster walking up on the capital. They've had a week to heal. So if he wants to smoke, I have no doubts that especially Luffy and Zoro are going to at least 2v1 this dude. Luffy can definitely 1v1 this dude, but I don't. Oh, you think that?
Here's the thing.
How strong is Green Bull in regards to you? Are you okay?
Here's the thing. I think Green Bull might be strong enough for Luffy to get into Gear 5. I think Gear 5 would absolutely wipe Green Bull.
Okay.
I think Green Bull is a lot stronger than, people are lowballing him because he's an admiral, right?
I wouldn't say lowball, but in regards to the power scalers.
So here's the thing: can Green Bull take 100% Kaido 1v1? That's the question.
I don't know.
Because we know even Gear 5 Luffy is gonna struggle with 100% Kaido 1v1.
Yeah. I absolutely, yes. He's not powerful enough to take a full powered Yonko, but Luffy Gear 5, I could see that. And also, I do think the fight we're going to get, it's not going to be like a real fight. Maybe, I think I'll probably go into kind of a fight, and
that's where we're at. Even Embrace is like, yo peeps, I think Green is gonna chase them out of the country. That pretty much happens at the end of every arc. Like Water 7, Garp showed up and they left. That's interesting. However, does Green Bull mess with the fabric of Wano? It's an established country. They were on their own. So even if he chases them out, does he follow them and then Wano is saved again? Hooray! Or like, do they have to kick him out of Wano? Because that what are we gonna call that? Dandelion helicopter, chopper lion? We have to figure out a name. If we got tri-helicopter tops, we have to have a name for Flying Bull. Oh, actually.
Flying Bull. Yeah.
Flying Bull works. Flying Bull works. Flying. Yeah, oh God.
Yeah, but I guess back to the whole Green Bull situation. Since Embrace mentioned it, I do think what's probably going to happen is there'll be a little bit of a scrap or a fight between Green Bull and Luffy and maybe some of the Straw Hats, but it'll probably end with, you know, the Straw Hats being chased out and whatever, and I think Green Bull is going to chase the Straw Hats.
So just continuing to just...
Yeah, because, like, it
just
like,
flying bull after them.
Yeah.
One thing that's confusing me about Green Bull's personality right now is that when we saw his silhouette, he was all fun and joking around, laughing, stuff like that. But when we got the actual reveal, he looked terrifying. Like he was angry. Like he was. He looks like the type that doesn't really joke around. But every time we saw the silhouette, it was like he's laughing around.
Well, remember,
joking.
he's talking with one of his colleagues too. Like him and Fujitora were just sitting there shooting the shit.
Yeah.
So like he
can
just be like,
And
I think we all just overassumed. We all just really overassumed after Fujitora.
Yeah, we all overassumed that.
Like that's a community thing.
Well,
so I'm just curious, how is he gonna respond to Luffy's personality?
I think it's more of like, oh, you've really got spunk, kid, but I'm still gonna kill you. Like that's a job is a job. I'm gonna follow it through, kind of dude. Like I see him like I see a lot of my military friends. You know what? We're cool. We're gonna shoot the shit. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna talk. But when I got a job to do, like you're done. Sorry.
More of like I gotta do it to prove to Akane that I'm not using it.
Yeah. Cause like I don't know, just the whole feel I got from that chapter was like, you know what? I want to prove to Akane that I can really do this. I am true. I can really do this. So you know, try and get a Kainu's appraisal or whatever.
And that's again a very interesting dynamic because we all assumed as the community that both the new admirals were just nice. We got Fujitora, and then we have this guy in silhouette, and he's all cackling. If a woman wanted to feed me, yeah, but I haven't eaten for 2 years. Ha 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 ha. That's all that he said. All that he said, and we're all just like, oh, he's a nice guy. He's really fun. And for Oda to just be like, no, the person who's going to save Wano's agriculture and farming and flora and fauna is the one who's also here to murder everyone. Embrace had another few. I also don't think Gear 5 is going to pop up again soon. Fair take. I also think I'm going to fall to the government. You also think Wano's going to fall to the government and it's going to happen off panel? Ooh.
I'm sorry. I think if that does happen, it'll probably be like an in-between arc thing. Like, if it does happen, it'll happen in between arcs, and we'll see exactly how it kind of happened or the end of it. But I don't think it's going to be completely off-screen.
It'll be
I could see that happening.
Well, the white what is the white berets or whatever whatever the government ships were, those were intercepted by Big Mom ships, to my understanding.
At least.
So it's literally just Green Bull now. If he just chases them off of Wano, then I don't know how is Wano going to fall unless he comes back.
Yeah. That's
where I'm just ooh.
Yeah,
if he stays, then I can see the world government taking it.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, that's the only way I can see Wano, falling to the world government. But I don't think it's happening. I'm just saying, if it does happen, it's not going to happen off screen. It'll probably be shown in like a in-between arc, but it's not going to be done off screen. I'll just say that much. I don't think it's happening.
The reason that I'm freaking out is I just realized something. Sword is still in play.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
Oh my God, Sword is still in play.
Yeah, and there's so much of a mystery because other than
we still have no idea where Drake is.
I think that Drake lived, and that was the dichotomy. And that was the dichotomy of that moment, that Hawkins died and Drake lived. Personally, that's what I think.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say Drake is not dead. He is still alive.
Kobe would be so upset.
Where
Kobe would be
is
so
he?
upset.
Is he still in Wano?
It's a week
or
later.
not?
It's a week later. I want to know where Ulti is. I want to know where Ulti is. That's because we saw Queen and King get taken out. Where's Black Maria? Where's baby girl Ulti? Pepe is
And Pedron.
Man's gotta have his priorities.
You hear about the hot
Sasuke and
Yeah, she's my number 7. Of course I'm gonna guess. She's my number 7. Oh yeah, to get I didn't say who was my number 7. But we don't know what happened to the Todoroki.
Actually, yeah, we didn't see them like not even in the background of last chapter. I don't think so.
Like, and Oda made a point of showing Babanuki, so we knew that we were in Udon and all of that stuff. So there's a lot that still needs to be happening within the current plot. We haven't even touched upon the part that literally made me misfunction during that entire chapter. Like, we still have to get to Sakazuki. So there's still a lot to discuss as far as Wano, the current plot. Green Bull, I do feel like have we discussed it to an extent, or what are y'all's thoughts? Because
I think I've given my as much as I can think of right now. Unless anyone else has anything to say about it.
That's
yeah,
right.
my theory is wild. Mine is wild.
Go ahead.
I think Grimble is gonna meet. I think if probably a part of Sword, and is gonna meet Drake privately to discuss private issues, Sword issues.
I just love how I threw out Sword, and that just completely changed your entire view. Just like, oh my god, I forgot about them.
God.
Like, I had it at the back of my mind, but I was like, something was contradicting me. Like, I don't think is right, but I'm just throwing out the wild.
Well, everyone freaked out over the Akaino having the little sword on his chest, and if Green Bull's an Akaino stand, I can see Akaino bringing him in.
Yes, but still, it's really just one of those things that we have no clear image on.
Nothing.
Yeah, none.
Nothing. That's why this is fun.
I mean, is really that little sword tattoo that Akainu has meaning for a sword, or is it just a fucking tattoo?
We don't
know.
Because frickin', where is it?
Oh my god, he's pulling off the shelf.
We didn't know that when we got frickin' Foxy, that we'd understand what Momo looked like. Okay? So we don't know what's happening in any of One Piece.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So we don't know if it's a hint or if it's just a fun choice by Oda.
Like, Oda literally puts things in our way to just be like, alright, are we gonna overthink this? Dude, it's just a wheelbarrow in the background. Like, there's nothing to really overthink of. Like, we don't know. Because if you would have told me, what is this? Right before Eni's Lobby. So this is syndicated 2005. I came across it in like 2010. If you would have told me that this photo right here would be relevant in 2022, and I called you a goddamn liar to your face. The cover of Volume 25 was literally Buggy. Was it Buggy, Luffy, Blackbeard, Shanks, all in the same portrait or same placement for their new bounties for the world emperors, and some dude in the background being like, yeah. Like,
oh, you can't forget about the goat.
72 volumes from now, you're gonna be freaking out about this one photo. Yeah, like, we don't know. We don't know what's a hint and what's not. We still have to talk about the fact that the 3 funniest things that everyone was just like, oh, this is gonna be Gear 5 Luffy. One of them included Robin just rubbing shit on Usopp's leg. It's now official. That was never really part of the fruit. It was just something funny that Oda loved. Like, we don't know what the information he's giving us. Like, it's... Brace, this is volume 33. It's the last. It's the last part of. Was it the Davy back fight? So Afro Luffy and everything. So yes, on the very back of it is the color spread, and it's Luffy, Usopp, and Robin with a peach dragon in the background, and it's just like I bought it, turned around and looked at it. It was just like, there's no way.
I mean, some of the stuff you just don't know. Just you have to wait and see.
And that's the hardest part, because we're such an impatient generation. Everything needs to be now. Everything needs to be now.
Well, I mean, it probably doesn't help that we're literally in the final saga, so that probably doesn't help from people being way too impatient.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, all right. That was a fun rant. Aside about what was the initial thing as far as what we were talking about, like hints. Oh, the Green Bull sword title.
Green Bull and Akainu being sword.
Okay.
I'll just say this: it's not impossible.
It's probable.
But I don't know. It's definitely probable. Like, okay, I'll just say this: if I had to guess anyone on the Marines who's probably in swords, probably Garp, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I could see Garp. Not. We don't know. We don't know a damn thing about Garp, and I love it, and it drives me nuts. We don't know about Garp. We don't know about Shanks. Like, all these people who've literally been here since day one. We're just like, man. Did Garp take Luffy to the Dons because of the fruit? Like, we don't know what Garp knows. Garp may have known what fruit Luffy ate. We don't know. He took him specifically after he got the fruit.
Yeah, it's just, Garp is a mystery. Shanks is a mystery.
In those
Shanks deliberately stole the fruit.
And now we know that Shanks deliberately stole the fruit from the world government. So Garp may not have. Again, if he was part of Sword, I just don't know. How long has Sword been around?
We don't know. Wait, if he's Navy, he might know it from another way, from another means. But even though he's not in, he's a different faction from the world government. Because he might still know it.
Garp is dumb, but we know that he has been in fight after fight after fight after fight. So in all that fighting, wouldn't it make sense that he has a better understanding of the most devastating potential powers in the world? Like, that's where my mind.
He should be the most experienced Marine.
He is the most experienced Marine.
Yeah, he literally is.
That's why they won't. They literally were taught. It was SBS or something. Is like, no, Garp would probably have been locked up for his attitude a long time ago. But he's just the most powerful Marine. You can't do that. It's the reason.
Yeah.
It's the reason that he just sat there with Ace. And this is one of the biggest parts about growing up with One Piece, because I did not understand that when I was 20. No, I was 21 when it happened. Bawling, still devastating. As a 34-year-old, the responsibility to what you've built is just such a huge weight. Not to say like I would make any different understanding that position, but we don't know Garp's entire role and what he means to the world. We know what he means to the Navy. He literally is an idol that cannot be tarnished per se.
Replaced.
That's why when he got punched by Luffy, everyone was just like, did he really get taken out? That's why Sengoku would not let him kill Akainu. I do not doubt that he has the strength to kill Akainu.
Oh.
Period. I do not doubt that. I do not doubt that. That was not said very lightly.
Well, maybe. I mean, look, I think he could definitely kill Akainu, but I mean, is it like a for sure thing? I mean, I don't know.
Like, keep in mind,
it's hard to guess.
Akainu met blow for blow with Marco. Marco came for the smoke from the jump, and Garp sent his ass flying one hit. Like, this is there. I definitely can be overplaying it, but especially Prime Guard when he was pushing in dudes, when he was pushing in dudes' heads, when he was literally
and he was in full Zoom mode. Don't forget, but he got out of Zoom mode. He got unconscious, almost unconscious.
He knocked a Phoenix almost unconscious.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I was just going to say, because you guys were just like, hyping up Garp and everything, and yes, while comparing everything he did in his prime, I don't know if that necessarily exactly relates to him now, because you gotta remember, Whitebeard, he's done, the same, if not higher achievements, but, obviously during Marineford, we've seen what, happened to the end of it. So, it's definitely possible that, yes, he could have defeated Akainu, and I would, somewhat agree with that argument, but I don't think it's 100% sure thing.
That's fair.
You gotta consider age into it.
And, like, Akainu's granted fighting for his life, but I would give the fight to Garp. I really would. Shanks definitely knew what the fruit was. And that's why he freaked out when Luffy ate it. I also think that's why he told Whitebeard that he bet on the future when they were toasting. True. But who is the devil?
Who was
the pirate that needed to be watched when he was talking to the world government? Because to Brace's point, Shanks knows a lot of things behind the scenes. Did he tell them about Luffy?
Much.
Yeah. What does he know? Did he tell them about Luffy? Did he tell them about Blackbeard? Or did he tell them about Buggy?
We don't know. There's just stuff we don't know about Shanks, which, speaking of, excited for film Red?
I am, especially now that we're probably going to get it earlier.
I don't know when it's coming out in America.
We're going to get it. It's going to be August.
Yeah, they're
it's like a week or two after the Japanese release, because they're going to do it with Crunchyroll.
All I know is the Crunchyroll said they're going to be announcing at least the American and Canadian release dates in sometime during Anime Expo. I don't know when, but yeah, that's all I know.
Sorry, Sigrid, what were you saying?
So when Shanks went to the world government, he had Luffy and Blackbeard's poster, right?
That Emu had Luffy and Blackbeard's poster. So I think you're so much happened. Everything is just forming together. Emu was stabbing their poster.
Shanks seemed, I think I noticed Shanks seemed to be holding a poster, a bounty poster.
Are you looking at it right now, or if you can pull up? If you can look it up.
Which chapter?
If you can look it up and find it, yeah, definitely. Just because I've got like 1,000 things going on over here, so I can't pop it up.
I go over.
Also, for anyone who's in the chat, if you can, go ahead and like the stream. It helps us out a lot. And feel free to drop your thoughts. Just now realizing that there were like 7 people in here at one moment. So, cool. Sorry, Cool Kid, I cut you off.
Wait, what?
I cut you off from saying something, but if we want to keep ranting about Shanks and what he does and does not know, that I'm perfectly fine with that. Or what he did and did not tell. If Uta is Nico Ovia's daughter, like, we don't know anything.
Uta?
Uta is Nico Robin's little sister, confirmed. What?
Oh my god.
You froze there for a second.
God.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what's going to be canon in the new movie. We just don't know.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. We don't know. I still think what's probably going to happen is there will be a flashback in the movie that will be canon, but not like, maybe not OT. OT is necessarily canon, but there are events that do happen in the flashback that will be canon to the manga, just like what happened to Shiki and the whole flashback
that was true
in the movie.
That is very, very true. Well said. A lot of interesting points as far as Shanks goes. I do think hopefully we'll be seeing him fairly soon. Luffy has become a great pirate in his own right. We'll see what that brings. If we get some kind of like Emperor's Summit, where you have like you have a big table and then behind them you have their like respective, you have two of their like representatives. So you have like Luffy, Zoro, and Zoro and Jinbei. Do I want Yamato there? We'll say 3, just to give Yamato there. Then you have Blackbeard, then you have Shanks, and then you have Buggy, Alvida. Or Alvida's replaced by Boa, and the guy who had the blades that fought Zoro is replaced by Mihawk. Just saying, it's a possibility. Oh, I love the community so much.
Why is the kid Alvida still with Buggy? Yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
Why is she still with him?
No, I keep forgetting that she's still with Buggy.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't holding anything. He wasn't holding anything.
Okay. That's because I was wondering like what you're talking about, because I remember Eam having Blackbeard. He had Blackbeard and Luffy's bounty posters, and then he had Vivi and Shirahosi's photos.
Yeah.
So because there were 4 pictures, 2 bounty posters, and 2 photos. And those things. We have to get those things.
Oh, right, we got another comment from Embrace. Yamato is a wild card. It could be Zero and Jinbei.
Zoro.
Mega Man Zero?
Right? He's probably we have to copyright reasons. We had to change it from Zoro to Zolo to now it's Zero. I just want to say 3 representatives in, but normally it's 2. Normally it's 2 representatives to come be your attendants at summits like that. But I only want 3 because Yamato would just wreck everything, because she would just start asking Shanks about young Luffy, and it would be the best thing ever. I love Yamato so much. I'm gonna make another video simping for Yamato like this.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Okay. Moving on, because we're reaching about the halfway point, and there's still a lot of stuff to discuss.
Damn.
Right? We've already been talking for a good 45, because we started about 10-15 after. But let's circle back to one thing from Wano, just because I am fine talking about him now. No, I'm not. I tried saying it out loud, and I just stopped myself because I had a gut response. Kazuki Sakazuki is still alive.
Yeah.
Good. I am open to the idea that he teaches Momo. Granted, it takes away from the weight of, thinking that we lost everything to time and Yamato's position and all of that.
Wait, did he say Kazuki Sakazuki?
Yeah. Didn't you remember at the last chapter Sakazuki?
You read the chapter with us. Sukiyaki. Thank you. Sukiyaki.
Oh,
Sukiyaki. Yeah, that was my fault. I said it wrong. Yeah, Sukiyaki. So Sukiyaki is still alive. And it was the most bizarre connection because they both like Tengu dolls. It is. I checked out everyone else's stream. It is confirmed that was the room that Brooke had first visited. So there is still a red poneglyph somewhere in Wano. Still have to find that.
Yeah.
So we'll have to find that.
We have to find that somewhere.
But Sukiyaki is Sukiyaki, right?
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa Kazuki. Grandpa Kazuki. Screw it. Grandpa Kazuki knows where Pluton is. I am not a fan. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Tenguyama because for those who watched it, narratively this was probably on par for me. This made me. I felt like the Pell. It wasn't as it felt like Pell. It felt like Pell. As someone who watched that episode, I still remember just being like, "What the hell?" So that was the most genuine reaction because I went back and watched it and it was just shock.
Yeah.
There's and Murphy had the best understanding and your pride should not have superseded any of the stuff of helping out. Everyone is helping out and you're just hanging out by the wayside. Like
I mean, I'll just say this much, at least from the videos I watched, a lot of people, I would say, are, kind of more okay to the idea than you are. And I do agree with that opinion. That, I do think it's a little overblown saying it's like, this is as bad as Pell. I mean...
And it's the same feeling for me as Pell, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Pell got taken out by a nuke. Like, there's the nuance there. But as far as thinking, because Pell really was the first instance of that, where you had someone that you thought was going, like, pretty sure, right? That was the first, like, big supposed fake out death. So that's why I'm saying this had the similar feeling for me, as far as definitely gone, not even thinking about it. Why would you even have a fake out death on that? So to your point, it's not a nuke, but as far as how I feel in reading the story, it's just like, why? It's not as crazy as Pounds, not on that estimate, but a lot of what happened in the story could very much have hinged on him saying something, or helping out, helping out with going to help find Hiyori, providing resources in the village that he stayed in with Otama, like collecting weapons, understanding what's happening, because you could imagine that he probably got loose 2 years after Odin died. Odin died 21 years ago, so 19 years. It's been 19 years. He believed What's up?
Before the review, like, he was a swordsmith, right?
Yeah, he was.
He said he was a swordsmith who also likes Tokiyaki dolls or something like that. That was the hint. The Tokiyaki dolls was the hint. Apparently. So again, it's something that I'm accepting it. A lot of people are more pissed off about Buggy. I love that fact. That just really comes down to your take. That really comes down to just your take on One Piece in the story. But for mine was the big thing was, all right, you could have helped out, you could have done this, you could have done that.
I
Kept
get
people
you.
Safe, those type of things.
I get you, but I think probably the reason why I'm so fine with Tengu Yama and his whole reveal is just that the whole big thing with Robin, and if that probably wasn't in the chapter, I think I probably would be less okay. But especially with the whole thing with Robin being like, okay, I know that not Pluton. Wait,
it's Pluton. So wait, are you more upset that Robin never told us?
No, I don't have a problem.
Because there's a camp of people who are like, how did Robin never tell the crew? And I'm like, because the crew didn't give a shit.
No. I'm just saying, like, I'm saying that probably a lot of people would probably be more upset if we just did not get that drop in the same chapter.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, it's everyone had a different reaction to reading it. Yes, Pluton is here. I'm going to be my interest in is more on what the hell Pluton is. Is it the head of a Nigashima? Is it that frickin' mountain, Mount Fuji, that has not been touched at all, but has been in every piece of, like, geography that's been shown? What aspect of Wano is it? The underground catacombs? Is it one of those frickin' animals? Is it the frickin' chicken that's taller than Kinemon?
I mean, we just don't know much about Pluton other than it's supposedly a ship, but I still think it's somewhat of a living creature, kind of
So you're going. I do think ship, something that flies is.
I mean,
that's where my mind's going. Some kind of
I
airship.
think it could. I'm going to say this. It could be a ship, or it could be a thing that powers a certain ship. But I do think it's a living thing because I don't want, Poseidon to be, the odd one out.
That's fair. That is very fair. Yo, Mucho, thanks for dropping by the stream. Go ahead and give us a like. It really helps us out.
But then why does it have a blueprint? Is it a Pluton that has a blueprint?
Let me stop you for a minute, because that blueprint wasn't for Pluton, but for a weapon against Pluton.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Pluton...
What weapon?
Yeah, it's a weapon to stop Pluton, sure.
Are you talking about what Frankie burned in Water 7?
Yeah, the blueprint.
Water 7.
So those... I'm going to have to go look at that, because
it was not,
I've never heard that.
Because I don't exactly remember if it was stated exactly, but I did hear one theory that those blueprints weren't for Pluton necessarily itself, not to make an exact copy of Pluton, but something to stop Pluton with another anti-weapon, if I remember. I don't know if it was saying the story, but I did hear this one theory.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't heard about that one, so that's very much a new one for me. I'm gonna have to. That'll be some interesting.
Yeah, I have to do some rereading to check, but it could just be that, or what if he has, or maybe it's just the blueprint is to the ship, but it needs a special power or person to run.
Interesting. Well, so there are so many parallels to Skypiea that it makes me think that it could be like how NL was focused on being the battery for the ship. Maybe what's being built is the battery for whatever Pluton is, or some type of entity like that. I always thought that it had something to do with Zoe, because Zoe is literally a moving ship, a living ship, so that goes a lot into Cool Kids category as well.
Yeah, it could be, some kind of creature that is big enough to be functionally a ship.
And that's the thing, because when you think of at least Shirahoshi's power, the Sea Kings, that rules underneath the sea. What about on top of the sea? There could be, that's what Pluton could, that's the general thought about it being a ship. Then you have Uranus, which is more of like a sky type of thing. So that could also be a ship too. Or it could be like a giant freaking tank. Or it could be a devil fruit.
I mean, we all know. We all know.
Or Luffy, or the Nika fruit could be.
Yeah, you make just one big revelation like, holy shit. It's Luffy's fruit.
The Nika fruit?
I swear to God. I swear to God. If Luffy's fruit is frickin' Uranus.
Maybe.
Oh, I just got lightheaded.
That's too broken.
I just got really.
No, that's too broken.
He's a god!
I mean, look.
That's too broken.
Look. Sir
He
Green,
is a cartoon god.
Look, Sir Green, I'm going to tell you this. You think the fruit's too broken, but I don't know how to tell you this. We're literally at end game time. We're at the final saga. So if there's any time Luffy's fruit can become broken,
a god and at the same time an ancient weapon.
Yeah,
come on,
dude.
Look. I don't know if I was going to do that, but if Oda
it's in the realm of possibility, dude. It's in the realm of Buggy the Clown is an emperor of the sea. If you want to talk about too much power, you look me in the eyes and tell me that's not too much power. Buggy the Clown is an emperor.
It's more reasonable that Luffy being a god and an ancient weapon.
Yes.
That's too much concentrated power. Like, I get it that it might make sense when you're trying to put him up against Blackbeard, but come on.
Or it's Blackbeard's fruit. Oh god, that is
My
just
God,
too, that is too
Which,
much.
yeah, but we do got a comment from Mucho Dinero. I'm late, but how do you guys feel about the bounties and what do you think
We
about
haven't even talked
Buggy?
about that.
Oh, yeah.
As you can tell, I love the fact that Buggy's an emperor. I met this dude when I've known him for over 17 years of my life, and he's a freaking emperor.
I mean...
Oh my god. Buggy is all the motivation you need that you can accomplish your dreams.
Pirate. He started as a rogue pirate.
Dude, you know how he has the his delivery service? It just goes BD. I'm looking at it completely differently now. I always thought it was just Buggy's delivery service, but I'm like, it's Buggy D Clown. God damn you, Oda! I hate you so much. I hate. It's in my head. It's in my soul, but I love it. Grand Line Review said it the best. It's the most Buggy D Clown. Buggy D delivery. I just thought it was Buggy delivery. It's BD on his what is his business called? What was his business called again? If anyone in the chat remembers, because Buggy's it was a delivery service or something, and you just see you saw his logo, and you just see a B and you see a D, and it's just like I thought that was just for delivery. Oda, that's why again we don't know. He puts in all these hints.
So what if in this chapter 1053, what if the D they were talking about was reference to Buggy?
I hate you. I hate you.
Oh my god.
I hate you.
Oh my.
You said Buggy the clown. If that's the case, then that means because it's the only unrevealed D that we don't know of.
Well, again, it's been Buggy the Clown on his. Having his wanted posters always say Buggy the Clown. Buggy the Clown. It could have just been just like Gold D Roger was copyrighted to Gold. Yeah, it could just be Buggy the Clown. Oh god.
Wait a minute. Stop here for a minute. Wait a minute. Let me just say this. If Buggy is actually a D, that means everyone in the current Emperors, except for Shanks, is a D. Yo, that would be crazy.
So,
I mean, hell, we don't know. That maybe Shanks could actually be a D. We don't know. We don't know shit about Shanks.
But yeah, it would make sense that the D's are rising up, because before they were hit, they were struck down and they got so low that now they are rising up. They are rising up to power.
The Clan of D.
And disrupting the world.
So that is our response to Buggy. If you wanted to know our thoughts. We want to know our thoughts. I don't think anyone in our crew is literally upset. And I know there are people out there, and I get that. I don't think you've been paying attention to One Piece for that long. I understand what it does to the power rankers. I don't care. Like, it's all the warlords. The emperors have always just been like this more of like fluid thing. It's never really been a power level for me.
Yeah, I do agree. The warlords and warlords
and the emperors, both
emperors,
systems. It's
admirals, just everyone. All these groups,
it was such an unbalanced.
They've never been truly a standard for power, but more like I think I've heard someone say a standard for clouds.
Which is which I personally think is by far one of the greatest. So Mucho, in our stream, I think it was Segrain or Cool Kid had the really good point of their bounties matched to Kaido's and Big Mom's. I was as soon as I saw that bounty, I was just like, ooh, people are gonna be pissed. I understand it because the world government has to have an increase. They don't want to draw any more attention to this goddamn photo that they can't do anything about. They can do something about his bounty number. That's all they can do. Can't do anything about the photo, only the number. How can they show that he's still a threat without drawing too much attention to the fact that he's a freaking god and he's actually 1v1 Kaido. All 3 versus 2. Now these 3 I think are a million more than Kaido and Big Moms were combined. I'm perfectly fine with it. Narratively, it gives Luffy 1 or 2 more bounty increases, which is hugely very exciting for me. Always seeing Luffy's bounty, and that gives us at least 1 more bounty increase for everyone else on the crew. So we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this bounty increase, and we have the possibility for another one later on. That's why this makes me excited.
I just realized we never got everyone else's bounties.
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah.
So
yeah, we haven't got Zoro's or anyone else in the crew, and we all know the bounty increase for the new yeah, it was just literally Luffy, Law, and Kid.
So you now have to take into effect that they just found out Jinbei is joining the Straw Hats. So his is going to skyrocket. Jinbei's is, as far as over a solid bill, it's going to be Jinbei, Robin. Robin's over a bill now. Like.
Oh yeah. I mean,
they're just finding out about Yamato.
They're just finding. Oh yeah, Kaido's daughter is also joining this. Yeah.
Let me think. Okay. I mean,
who's going to be more than $1 billion?
Well, okay. I'll tell you this. I did make recently a video theory about bounties, but I was completely wrong about Luffy, so I probably have to downsize everyone. But at least everyone who has $1 billion bounty: Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei, Yamato, and Robin. I think it's those 5.
I'm with you there.
I think that give Yamato as a first bounty up to $1 billion. Maybe 600, 700 million.
I'm going Bill. I'm going Bill. This is Kaido's daughter.
I'm not.
I think I think Yamato will have $1 billion, if not close. Like just shy.
I'll be
of $1 billion.
Normally I'm the more conservative one on my thoughts. Like Yamato's a bill. That's just personal. That's just personally. That's my girl. Oh god, Yamato. So I agree with that. The only one who is a wild card for me is God Usopp, but he didn't really do much, so that's why he was a wild card in that respect for me.
Even during Dressrosa, God Usopp was due to the Flamingos hype.
Now, yes, that is true. See, yeah, that is a very good point. So they're all gonna get a bump. Chopper's probably gonna now be 1,000. Because Oda went, wait, how did he go? Was it 10? Was it 50 then 100?
Yeah, he's got 100.
So I could see like at 2,000 or something like that. But it's a Yonko's pet. How much is a Yonko's pet worth? How much is a Yonko's pet worth? That's the biggest question.
Honestly, if I gotta be honest, I want it to be at least more than 1,000, but
I don't know.
Oda's probably going to keep it the same amount as Beppo's, which is 500. So he's going to get only
Beppo's.
Yeah, Beppo's is only 500.
Well, all of the Kid Pirates are going to get an increase too.
Well, I don't know the rest of the crew, because the only one who's gotten bounties is Beppo and Law, as we know of. So I don't know.
John Bart should, but his was dropped when he became a slave because he was a pirate captain.
So yeah, I'm sure the other Kid Pirates have bounties. We just don't know what they are.
Very, very small. So as far in regards to bounties go, now that the Shichibukai have bounties again,
yeah,
it is very. In regards to Buggy drawing people into his orbit, Shanks wouldn't care, and Weevil is an imbecile. So all you really have to do is talk his mom into saying, "Hey, we're gonna split Captain John's treasure," who she probably knew from her time with Rocks. Oh God, oh,
maybe
it's just too much. Anyway. So Buggy could talk her into it because she's at least from the era of Captain John, so she would at least know the treasure that he's talking about. There's 2 people. Boa is the hardest sell. Not necessarily sure. Who was the other Shichibukai? Or is that it?
Mihawk.
Mihawk, Boa,
Mihawk.
Buggy, Weevil. Were there only 4 left?
I think so.
I feel like because I can't think of anyone else from the top of my head.
So let's see. Weevil. Before it was Dolphy, Law, Hancock, Mihawk, Weevil, and Buggy. So Dolphy has been captured. Law has been expelled. That's really Mihawk, Weevil, Buggy, Hancock.
Yeah, I think that's literally it. There's no one else.
Technically Kuma, but Kuma's indisposed.
Yeah, Kuma.
Because Kuma, yeah. So of the ones there were technically 5: Weevil, Buggy, Boa, Kuma, and Mihawk. Those are the last remaining 5. Kuma was basically the slave in Marijwa, so there were 4 active ones still. So yes, 4 still active, technically 5. We were missing Kuma because
but
literally a piece of
joining, I think it's gonna depend on who is gonna who's fighting Mihawk, who's sent to capture Mihawk. Is it Fujitora?
We didn't see who showed up to capture Mihawk. Kobe is going after Boa, but here's the thing. It's a week. It's been a week. It's been at least 2 weeks actually.
A month.
It hasn't been a month since those instances in this world. Because at least a week. Because the battle of the fight till now is at least. I don't know when those sequences happened before the raid started.
I think they happened. Yeah, I think the
so it should be at least 20 days
before the raid.
Let's say 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Let's say 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Let's say it's been 3 weeks since the revoking the Shichibukai. If Buggy is just now being named an emperor, that means he either got away from, which is more likely, or beat Manga. Or someone else beat Manga. Or someone else beat Manga. That's it.
His crew.
He got something happened to Manga where he let Buggy get away, or he got beat. Because Buggy's an emperor now. If Manga had done his job, Buggy wouldn't be an emperor. Something had to have happened in that moment. And then how does Buggy extend his range? Because again, Buggy did something. It wasn't just Shanks hyping him up. It had to have been something with Manga, and then what happened afterwards. Breathe. Okay, so hey guys, have you seen the theory about Luffy's Devil Fruit? Shizo has different forms and may not be fully awakened, and he is in a hybrid form while fighting Kaido.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I hadn't even given thought to if that was a hybrid form or not.
I haven't even seen that theory, but it's definitely an interesting thought. I'll have to look it up probably after this stream.
We'll go for another 25-30 minutes.
Okay.
Luffy's right now is a black box.
It is.
We know nothing about it. Since we spent 25 years thinking this fruit is a freaking paramecia.
And someone even asked, like, why did you even cry during all that? Is it that emotional? It's like, I thought Luffy was one thing for 25 years, and it just turns out it's completely. It's just like, it was very emotional. Like, holy cow, what is happening? I've never heard of that. I'd be more interested. It just gives you thinking about what Nika looked like then, and yeah, I could see with him now being able to control his body into any shapes, he can have any form he wants. But Gear 5, I don't know. It's its own Swiss Army knife, if you will. I've also seen a crazy theory about Buggy's awakening.
I don't know about you. You have to give me more details about it.
Because if it may not be chop top, it could be just splitting things up, so he could touch something and it just splits into 1,000 little fibers or something. Or he can split things into their very atom. He can split an atom and create a nuclear bomb. Who knows?
Whoa. Are you telling me Buggy will purposely become badass and not accidentally?
I don't know.
Buggy will never become a badass.
No.
Buggy
Here's the thing. You will be a badass, but on complete accident, not on purpose.
I remember being week to week with Marineford and just so irritated every time. I was so irritated because I wanted to get back to that fight. Just so irritated when every time Buggy came up on the goddamn screen, I was like, please no, please no more of this. I remember being just so pissed off that and now it's I can look back and just laugh.
Yeah. You know, you were pissed off that this stuff was dragging a Marineford to be actually.
Thank you, exactly. It was dragging so hard. Yeah, it was dragging so hard.
It was dragging so hard for a pretty short arc.
Point proven. Buggy's delivery, I believe, as well. Thank you.
Okay.
What do you think is Buggy's bounty should be?
Uh,
I want to say 3. I'm gonna say 3 something. So 3. I'm gonna say more than Luffy is right now. Just
maybe.
because it's funny.
I could see it higher than Luffy's. I mean, if he truly's got all the other warlords with him, I could see it higher than Luffy's. Yeah.
Or like a 3,150,000,000, because his first bounty was 15,000.
Yeah.
That first bounty was 15,000, so I could see a 1 billion. So just higher by that 1.5 notion. And then Luffy is the 5.6 notion, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. What are y'all's thoughts? Buggy bounty.
Buggy, I've given it. If I had to give like a more exact number, probably like 3.26. Because random numbers.
Honestly, I have nothing on my mind. I just want to wait for the review and see what they're gonna give us for Buggy. Because right now, anything we say about Buggy is just like we're just speaking into the air.
Well,
Buggy gets a 6 billion berry bounty. I mean, no, that could be true.
It's possible. We are now at a point where anything is possible in One Piece again, which is very refreshing. Very, very refreshing.
Yeah.
It'll be very
and especially when it comes to Buggy, nothing logical applies.
And that's why I'm saying the other warlords could very much be working for him.
That could be, but we don't know.
I'm a fan of Buggy. I'm a fan of Buggy getting into it since I've been a fan of Buggy. Got into it since it aired on Toonami back in the day.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. Which, 4 kids, yay!
It was a slog. I will always.
I mean, look, I'll be real with you. I didn't watch anime until like way after, so I can obviously criticize, 4 kids and everything. But I don't know how you guys experienced it.
It was tough just because, and one, we already know Segrain doesn't deal with anime in that quality, so you're fine. But
it has to be in widescreen, not 4:3.
Right, but especially for me, 4 kids did the most egregious thing by taking out reverse mount. That's why I can never forget.
Yeah. I don't know. One Piece was kind of weird with 4 kids. They're usually about keeping mostly everything, except for a couple of naughty episodes they don't want to keep. But but One Piece was the weird one where they just like removed entire arcs for some reason.
It was so confusing. I still Oh, Toonami was not 4Kids though. So 4Kids.
No. So I'm going to explain to you. So they aired the 4Kids stuff was aired on Toonami until they switched from 4Kids to Funimation, and then it did that, but eventually at that point it ended its airing on American TV around what was it, Skypiea. So
Cool Kid literally just explained my entire entry into One Piece just because I stopped. I thought it was over. We had a very weird like Rainbow Island where we went to the mist and then came back out and people were older. I thought it ended there, and then I immediately found out that Skypiea was next, and I went into it in anime only. So it was actually Alabasta. Alabasta was where it ended, and then it went into Skypiea. That's where my
I actually I did a lot of surprisingly information about this. So at least for the American airing TVs, 4Kids dubbed all the way just right before Jaya, and then they switched into Funimation where they immediately changed the actors. And I know at least for the TV airings, they actually kept Zolo's name, at least for the TV airings, but when it was physically released on DVDs and stuff, they changed it to Zoro.
But at the time, this was before streaming, so yeah. Well,
yeah, I did so much damn research about this.
But at the time, it was watch OP Online and Kiss Anime back when Kiss Anime before it was getting nuked. So I immediately went from Arabasta, American serialization, 4Kids version, didn't touch Funimation, and then immediately went into Toei version in the dub. It's subbed. And I've been subbed since Jaya. I remember all of it being in Japanese. It was this new experience for me, but I never went back. And that was my cardinal sin, because I never got to experience Reverse Mountain. So Thriller Bark was very empty for me. The reveal of Laboon was that I was just like, have we met this whale? It's painful. That's the only reason why Laboon is so important to me, because I did not get y'all's experience. I wish I would have had that experience. And then also, they cut out Little Garden for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird. So it's just
through Arabasta, I'm just confused.
I don't know why 4Kids did that. It's the only anime they've done that with. I've never done it.
And it was very
I don't
tricky.
know if they were trying to hurry up to get to Chopper and be making that merchandise money.
I think that may have been the case, because I remember I remember getting to Drum Island and all of a sudden Nami is sick because we were on a tropical island, and I was like, we weren't. That was very confusing. Very confusing why Crocodile was so pissed off at this Mr. Prince. So glad I went back, because Mr. 3 was a nobody to me. He was just some guy who just got murked, just like Mr. 11 was on some random ship. Just a throwaway. But most importantly, I was so confused in Eni's lobby when Usopp is talking about meeting giants and has spot-on laughs, mind you. Spot-on laughs. I'm like, wow, his lies are just really that good. Comes to find out it actually happened. So within that point, 4Kids is...
Yeah, it has its own basket, but, at least, people... Oh, wait, no, I know what he's talking about. I just looked at Mucho Dinero. No, he started watching it when Toonami was on Adult Swim. Yeah, sorry. So that was around 20...
Bleach would never have aired that early in the day. It's a night. Bleach was a nighttime anime.
Yeah, it only aired at adults, so he probably watched it around 2013, 2014.
Somewhere in... It was a while ago, because One Piece came on in evenings.
Yeah, because that was back when I was watching Toonami almost every Saturday, and I know it aired starting in 2013, 2014. I think they dropped it around 2018, because they stopped dubbing it for like a couple of years for some reason.
Because when I was watching it, it was like every week on Saturday, or
Yeah,
Friday or Saturday was when I was watching it.
Yeah. So yeah. So starting from 2013 to 2018, they aired it weekly, starting from the Dated Back fights.
Oh.
And it ended during, I believe, at the end of Thriller Bark. And they didn't continue it because of, unfortunately, they stopped dubbing it for like a couple of years. I don't know why. So, yeah, but recently they just added it back onto Toonami.
Oh, man. The good old days of old school anime. Because that was the time of, like, I think Black Butler was on, Big O was on. There was Inuyasha was way before that.
Well, actually, they did start re-airing it in 2013 and 2014.
Inuyasha?
Yeah.
This was when I was in high school. I at least remember that. God, I'm old. All right. We've got about.
Okay.
We'll go for another 25 minutes.
Oh my God, we were on this whole big One Piece anime side quest.
Segrain, go ahead.
Something came up in my mind. Do you guys think this Year 5 is gonna affect something similar to like on the level of Luffy's lifespan? Similar to what Ivanka's
Remember,
injection did?
it has something to do with his heart. Come on, heart, hit that beat. So I do think that the wear and tear on his heart is immense, and it does do something with depleting his lifespan. We don't know if he was going to live to be 100, what have you, all those things.
So
but
when he first when he first got into Gear 5, I think he was almost dead, right? Or even maybe
he had died. I'm pretty sure his heart stopped.
I think what Oda was trying to do was, Luffy, before he went to Gear 5, he died. He was dead.
Like with Kaido saying, death completes the person kind of thing.
So yeah, apparently awakening is the equivalent of Nen after death.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think of what Chopper's awakening could look like.
Oh my God.
Isn't he already in his awakened form? The beast, the monster.
Well, the monster is a reindeer, not a human. That's the thing.
Well, I still think that at least I agree with the theory that Chopper's monster form is a forced awakening. Not truly his awakening, but like trying to go into part of it, I guess. Is the best way of saying it.
So Chopper's food is human food. Luffy's food is also a human food, right?
Yeah, human food.
We have 3 Zoans on the crew now.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 humans and a puppy.
Who's the puppy?
Yamato.
Puppy!
Yamato's an ancient dog Zoan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Ino no Mi, ancient mama. Megumi no Amakashi or something like that?
Maybe. I don't
Sorry,
exactly remember.
it's an ancient Kirin. It's an ancient Kirin. I remember now. It's an ancient Kirin who is this dragon beast. It worked out so well. And then when Grand Line Review pointed out that the Megumi is the deity of the Yamato region, Yamato Prefecture, is kind of like, God damn it, Oda. God.
I mean, to be fair, it's a not very well-known creature, even in like Japanese. So even a lot of Japanese people probably wouldn't have guessed it.
Oh, true, and that's why it literally came out of nowhere. I think King of Lightning was like, it looks like a dog, it looks like a Megumi. So he had said it in passing, and it was just like, okay, he's a puppy. But yes, we have on the crew we have 5 Devil Fruits? 6? 5. 3 Zoans, Robin, Brooke.
Robin, Luffy,
Brooke. I think that's only the 5, right?
Robin, Luffy, Chopper.
Right, 3 Zoans, Robin, and
Brooke.
That's it.
Yeah, that's 5. Yeah.
Because we went from 3 Paramecias to 3 Zoans.
That's a flip.
Right? 3 to 3.
Yeah.
And I don't think... I remember people were like, Caribou's gonna join. No.
That was never going to happen.
No. Maybe Carrot joins. She finds the...
Maybe it's gonna be
the
the Grand Fleet.
The snow... She finds the snow fruit in Nami's mangrove, eats it, becomes a snow bunny, and then will become our 1 Zoan. All done. Okay, I figured it out, guys. We can go home now. Carrot will be a snow bunny, and everyone will be happy. And
I do hope. I just
Not
hope
should eat Big Mom's food.
Well, that's the thing. Are Kaido and Big Mom dead?
You know what? Yeah. Let's do this discussion now. I don't think they're dead.
I don't think they're dead. They're defeated. I don't think they're dead.
Yeah, I absolutely do not think they're dead. And I mean, it would be a very interesting choice for the story to be like, no, they died here.
Well, the biggest indicator is we know that Zeus is no longer tied. I don't think Zeus is no longer tied to Big Mom. She's tied to. I think he said I was reincarnated, something like that. So we can't necessarily use Zeus as the indicator. If we see the Big Mom Ashanta and
because it's one of the homies, yeah.
Yeah, if we see any homie that's not responsive, then we know that she's actually like been defeated. Because all the homies were still active when she was passed out, to my understanding.
Yeah. At least, from what I understand, they still work. They still were functioning. But, God, this is hard to think.
Yeah.
I mean, just at least from the information we know. I mean, Oda could pull out some surprise information that, I don't know, maybe like the homies tied to Big Mom will die, or all the other ones that have other souls will still live. I don't know. We just, there's just not, there could be that information, but just for right now, let's just say if Big Mom dies, all the other homies die also.
Which would be fair to say. That would throw the entirety of Whole Cake Island further into chaos, because not only we need to see what's going on in Whole Cake Island.
Yeah.
Because Kaido's territory, they're celebrating. That is such a huge difference in the territories, because Kaido's territory is, from what we understand, is probably only Wano, could be other places. Actually, no. There are other places that are his territory, because Drake came and got Caribou from one of those places that was Kaido's territory. So there are places that are going to be falling apart because of his territory. Whole Cake Island, Fishman Island is officially free. Here's the Fishman Island, but what's going on with Whole Cake Island? Now it doesn't even have to be that the homies aren't even working. Our emperor has been defeated. What do we do? Where do we go? Like, is it a mass migration and refugee crisis out of Whole Cake Island? Has Katakuri assumed the role? We don't know where Sparrow is.
Maybe. I mean, I'm trying to think of this, because, I could probably see Katakuri, because, no way. I'm trying to think who else would assume be the new captain of the Big Mom Pirates. Only Sparrow and Katakuri I could see.
Well, and that goes to Mucho's point. So what happens if they're not dead? Kaido's lost his whole crew, and Big Mom's kids are ready to take her place. Kaido's crew, like we know that we don't know where the Toby rope are.
We don't know where they are.
Prayers for ulti safety. But to Big Mom's crew, like, Katakuri I don't think wanted to take her place. The only one who wants to take her place is Sparrow. Sparrow was defeated on the island. Don't know if he made it off the island. He could have, but we don't know. I doubt the Minks are gonna let him live. Just saying.
I mean, I feel like Oda still would let him live, but
I could see Katakuri stepping into the role of leader, but I don't think he wants it. If that
yeah. That's why I feel like with Katakuri, he has to do it because he has to, not because he wants to.
With all these loopholes, and it's been a week. I think 10 days, right?
A week. Officially a week.
It's been a week, and we still have these loopholes.
I mean, we just don't know what's happening, outside. We know what's happening in Wano, and we get, alluded to stuff, but we just don't know what exactly happened. And I'm hoping the chapter we get back.
But some of these guys should be in Wano.
What do you mean?
Do they have any means of escape?
Oh yes. So Sparrow, all that. Yes. And again, since Kaido is not with the Beast Pirates, we can understand that he hasn't either surfaced. They're probably still in the goddamn volcano.
They could be
in the magma pool. It shows Kaido's body. It is Kaido's body for sure. The other one, it doesn't.
It just needs a round ball.
Yeah.
So they're just hanging out. They're just hanging out in magma right now. They're literally just.
They could be. I don't know. A part of me just likes to think that the volcano, I don't know, erupted and they landed in some random abandoned island with no signs of life or nothing.
He can fly.
Sure.
Like near Kaido's body, there's this sound effect.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah,
like,
I can't forget about that.
Like he can fly.
He can fly.
He can fly. So
yeah. Why did I forget about that? Okay, never mind. You know what? Never mind. Forget just what I said.
So he has to be either in lava or just entombed in the rock. We've already seen Big Mom fall into a giant hole and walk through the fucking earth in Whole Cake Island. So they have to literally just be like just like hanging out. Hey Lin. Hey Kaido. Still hot.
We've lost.
Still hot. Yeah.
Well,
still hot in here.
To be fair, well, to be fair, they're just built different, so they have no problem surviving it.
But that's what I'm saying. They're literally just like hanging out in the hot, like a jacuzzi. Just.
Yeah.
Do you think we can eat this stuff? Do you think I can get drunk off of this? Shut up, Kaido. Like it's.
Oh my god.
So which means they should be stuck. Maybe they're disfigured and they're just stuck. They can't get out.
They're stuck. They can't get out. We know that, but it's even funnier No, Law's power's off. Like she could probably talk now, but it would be funny if like they can't even talk to each other, or he's yelling at her and she can't say anything to him.
I think it would make more sense if like. Yeah, they're alive. They're not dead because with all the hype, like they couldn't be killed, but they are stuck, nowhere to be found. They've been erased from the surface of the earth.
It has to be magma. I don't think that they're like encased in rock, because Big Mom's already shown she can get out of just rock. So like it does.
Yeah, that's really the only thing I can. I'm gonna put that. That's the only thing I can really see. Right now, it's just, God, I mean, the question is, when are they going to get out?
Again,
they won't.
Are they the ones who intercept Green Bull, and Green Bull gets, and they just all start fighting each other?
Holy shit!
That's what I think. As I said, like it would make more sense if they're just stuck there for eternity, forever.
Oh yeah, stuck in eternity. I mean,
in the magma. So maybe they're disfigured. They can't really move or do anything.
I mean, if they're just stuck in there forever, wouldn't you just rather kill them off instead of just?
I don't know. Can you kill them off? Can you kill them off?
That is true. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like if you're just going to have them stuck in the magma for literally the rest of the story, why wouldn't you just have the magma kill them?
Slowly, apparently, if anything. But that just shows that they'll tank anything it kind of throws at them.
Yeah.
Yonko stronger than Admiral's confirmed.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we've got about 10 minutes left.
Oh boy.
What is? Yeah, right. This 2 hours has really flown. But again, I've got a German Shepherd that's staring at me, so he's already just like, this is. I've let you go an extra hour.
Where's my walks, boy? Where's my walks?
Where's my walks? Dad, you promised. So within that, any final theories for Wano, like for the future of One Piece? We've covered bounties. I think we've tried covering all the loose ends. Momo's finally gotten punched for trying to jump into some Nami titty. Like, the world is at peace. The world is at peace.
Okay. I guess I'll just give my thoughts. I think we'll be in Wano for at least 3 more chapters. At least.
I'm gonna say more than 3.
I have to go back.
I do, but I think 3 at least.
I wrote down somewhere all of our thoughts, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, Wano's going to end in June." We won't get another chapter until August, so July, August.
Yeah.
So that, even in what you're saying, would probably take us into maybe September. Wano ending.
I mean,
potentially.
hey, who knows? Wano could literally end next year. Now I somehow win that.
Well, again, like, how many chapters are dedicated to Pluton? How many chapters are dedicated to getting past Green Bull? How many chapters are dedicated to Momo finding out about his grandpa?
I mean, I don't know.
Dedicated? Maybe... We don't even know about frickin' Zoro's backstory and more about it. I feel like he has to visit Ryuma's grave. Oh,
God, he has to. I mean, I don't know.
He still has to visit.
There's just some things we don't know. I do think we still have a good amount left in Wano, and
so Naruto saw Zoro, but she didn't think of, and she didn't relate anything.
That's fair.
To one of the prisoners.
That's fair. But she was very excited to see Luffy, though.
Yeah.
And she hasn't interacted with Zoro yet, from what we're seeing.
No.
They're in the
knocked out for all this time.
I would love for a one-on-one, and Yamato to just be like, "You remind me of someone." If it's only that, I'll live with that. That would just be a great tie-in, because he looks exactly like him.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Oda did say in SBS, they're definitely not blood related.
Not
blood related. Yeah. No, but they're not. He's not his father.
Could be a grand uncle though. That's the thing. It could be still family lineage kind of thing.
Yeah, it's family lineage.
If we see this guy, if he has green hair, then I don't even need. I don't even need to hear it.
Oh my god.
I think September, October we will start. I think October is fair enough to say we will be in a new arc.
Oh.
In my opinion.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Somewhat agree with that.
As far as next steps, Green Bull is gonna bring everything life back. Hopefully, of all the people who I think could have like a sit-down, chill, manly conversation, it would be him and Frankie. That would be so much fun. He just strolls up, "Hey, you're a manly man. What you doing over there?" And then they just have they just talk and just, "Well, you guys aren't half bad. I'll tell no, it won't happen." But of all the people who could actually have a talking with him, it would be Frankie, in my opinion.
I don't know. I mean, part of me, I'm kind of curious what if Stray comes in. Because the whole thing with Sword intrigues the hell out of me. I'm like, well, maybe X-Stray comes in.
There's still so much even with Drake.
God. Oh, God. X-Drake.
Are we gonna do anything with the smiles? Is Chopper going to do anything with alleviating Child? Are we going to be there when the jutsu? When did Tama? In this time, Tama still has like 3 more weeks of control over the Beast Pirates. in this
of
time.
the
Some of
pirates.
them. Horselina's
Yeah.
probably should actually her month should be wrapping up pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
in a couple of days.
I mean, I feel like
Should be like 3 weeks to go.
the first one that we saw turn was the big monkey. So I think
Yeah.
the big monkey is going to be our first indicator of when the time lapse is, because that was the very first one that was converted.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, I don't see big monkey. Big monkey took on Pei and Ulti. I would hate to see Big Monkey like going back to them. I would. I don't know Big Monkey's name, but everyone knows who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. You know, Big Monkey. I know him by name. It's Big Monkey.
The big white monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What other loose aspects?
Just
It doesn't feel like there's any more.
I can think of. It's just. Well, other than that red poneglyph, I'm just betting on it.
Still don't even know where that is.
Pluton is. I still think it's with Pluton, or at least near it. Because we gotta get. Because before we leave, we gotta know where the hell that red poneglyph is, and we gotta, copying the etching.
Of all the things that we as a fandom say have to happen, that truly is the only thing that truly has to happen.
Yeah, that actually has to happen, because we need that. We need that to literally go to Laphill.
So to your point, everything else that we speculated on and how Wano ends and what we get is technically not needed.
Yeah, not
One
needed.
thing that
It
is
could
needed.
happen.
Could. Very well could.
But not necessary.
Only one thing, we don't have to see Pluton.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurt to say. Oh, I could see us finding out oh no.
Hey man, relax.
We leave Wano not even. Toki's back.
Oh yeah, Toki's backstory. I mean, you say that, but I mean, I just don't see any way, like, as of right now, we would.
I don't know how we find out unless we read Odin's journal. Because of all the places where that information would be, unless she comes back.
She comes back and she dies.
Oh boy. Anyway, Law could easily save her. Anyway,
Law.
Right? There's so many loose ends. Toki's backstory, what's in Odin's journal? Do we find it out? Does Yamato tell us? Oh boy. Gentlemen, it has been a really fun 2 hours ranting.
Oh my God, it's for 2 hours.
Fangs, should I watch One Piece? Yes. I'm putting out a video July 1st that says why you should watch One Piece. Hopefully we didn't spoil anything for you. But if you are interested in other anime to watch, we also have other anime options. Videos coming out as far as why you should watch them. But to your point, yes. I personally believe that One Piece is a story that makes anyone who reads it better as a person. And that's not saying it lightly. There's a lot of stories that don't make you better as a person. I think One Piece makes you better as a person.
Yeah, I mean, I like One Piece, kind of, I mean, it's not like it's an anime they obsess over and make a bunch of videos for anything. But, yeah, it's an alright story, just read it in your own time, I guess.
Fangs, thank you to Fangs AMVs, thank you to Mucho, thanks you to Brace for everyone stopping by the stream. I know I've been saying 2 hours, but we started prepping at 11 and we're running up onto that mark, and I have a pet that literally is like, hey, I'm ready to use the bathroom now. So to all of the amazing Nakama, please go ahead and like the stream. It helps out so much. To everyone watching it back, please leave your thoughts in the comments. As we get into July, we're going to be posting a video every Monday and Friday for the month celebrating One Piece. These are going to be video essays, they're going to be unboxings, they're going to be manga hauls. We're gonna do a few streams. Next week is the 4th of July weekend for the States. We're not gonna do anything. So we will be back the following week for our individual top 25 waifus of One Piece. And we'll probably then argue over the Warlords official top 5. Well, maybe top 10, it really depends. I've got my list all set. There's a lot of women coming out of left field that y'all are gonna be like, what? There's 2 that are in my bottom 10 that y'all are gonna be like, excuse you. But I'm very, very excited and interested, as well as a lot of collaborations happening. Be sure to check out Cool Kid's channel. There's a lot going on with his channel as well.
Yeah, I do have upcoming videos, and I'll just say this. I do plan to stream again in like 3 more hours, so check that out on my Twitch.
We'll definitely be sure to include that. Segrain always has stuff going on. With that, thank you guys for everyone who's watched, everyone who's been a part of it. Just spending hours talking about One Piece is really just what it means to just be happy for me. And having everyone here.
We're going for more.
Yeah, there's always a little more. Will you guys be at AX? One day, I hope to start doing local conventions in Michigan this year and focusing on building out. But I would love to make it to Anime Expo. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what you're saying.
Yeah, Anime Expo. I think
it's in Texas,
happening... right? No, it's in LA.
It's in LA. That would definitely be. As far as I'm in the northern of the U.S., I have a lot of friends. Manga, sorry, bro. We're literally about to end the stream. Thank you for stopping by as well. Manga, in 2 weeks, July 10th, we will be having our top 25 waifus of One Piece. If you want to even come up with your top 5 waifus for One Piece, you're more than free to welcome and join in 2 weeks. But unfortunately, we've been going for 2 hours, so we're gonna be
put it in your calendar.
Yeah, we'll see if we can start adding people to the events and inviting them. Segrain is the Discord mod and leader on that, so I'll be asking him on how to do things on Discord. So, Manga, sorry, but thank you for stopping by. Everyone, be sure to check out Manga's channel. Actually just crossed 500. So congrats to my boy Manga on that one.
Yay! If only I can get 500.
You will. Just keep up the grinding. So with that, it's been a crazy time to be a One Piece fan. We have 4 weeks to go of just thinking about what's to come next, and really just enjoying the fact that Oda is enjoying himself. Above everything else that I hope people can take away from this break is that Oda is doing this for us. It's not he's being so selfish. We are going to have a much better series, a much better product, in my opinion, because of him taking this break. So please be patient. Especially if you made it to this late in the video, please be patient with Oda, because I guarantee you this is going to make all of our lives that much more excited and happy. And hey, I truly believe we're officially at 5 years left. So why not enjoy the ride? What's up? Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was just going to say, well, even if it's not 5 years or left, I think this is the final decade of One Piece.
It is. So with that, my Nakama, thank you so much for joining us. All of my boys, information is going to be below, and we will catch you all in 2 weeks. Technically at the end of next week for our first video for the month, but there will be the next stream will be on the 10th. So with that, I would have appreciated a 6 month break. I would have accepted a 6 month break. I will go with.
I can't live with.
I'll go 3 months. I'll go 3 months. Who knows? I might. It depends on if the anime continues. We'll go with that. That'll be my bargain. If I have to if I get to get by with anime only, fine. But all right. Thank you all, and we'll catch you all next time. Peace.
See ya.